Hello guys, welcome to the next episode of the robotics and embedded tutorials for beginners. So today we are going to talk about LCD, the alphanumeric LCD. So this is an alphanumeric LCD which contains the 16 pin. So let's talk about the pins of that LCD. That in the first and second, this is the VSS and VDD pins. There, in the another, we can call it ground and positive pins, VSS VCC pin, where we gives the power supply to run the LCD, and then there is an contrast pin, VE pin, where we give an variable potential so that we can control the contrast of the LEDs which glow in the this LCD. And in the 15th and 16th pin there is an anode and cathode pins which controls the backlight of the LCD. With the help of backlight of the LCD we can glow the LCD. If we don't give the power supply then it doesn't glow, and yeah, it prints the data but it doesn't glow if we don't give the power supply at anode and cathode. So in order to make the circuits there is no need to connect, there is no especially need to connect uh, those pins to the power supply. And if you want to glow the backlight of the LCD then you should connect those pins to the positive and the ground. So and these are the registers pin and these are the data pin. 0 to 3 pins are the low preference order pins, and 4 to 7th pin are the high order preference pin. So when we are going to make the circuit we will neglect the low order preference pin. uh, if In order to give the data we will use the high preference pin. So let's talk about the circuit and let's see how it makes. Okay, now let's take an LCD. There are a lot of LCD like 16 cross 2, 32 cross 2, 40 cross 2, 16 cross 1. I will take the 16 cross 2. Even you can take any of them. So now there is one more thing, that how would be the circuiting of the LCD with the Atmega, how we will connect. And there are a lot of pins like these are the three pins for the register pin and these are the data input pin. Then how we will connect those pins to the Atmega, and where we will connect that, is there any specific place or we can connect randomly. So before connecting the LCD to the Atmega, I want to talk about the coding part. So let's create a new project. Just wait a minute. So here as you can see that I doesn't connected the LCD to the Atmega. So I will connect all those things just, but after the programming part, like, okay, fine. Then it opens. Now I will set for the alphanumeric LCD. There is an option that for alphanumeric LCD, just click it. So here right now it is disabled. Then as we click there, then alphanumeric LCD will get enabled. So it's enabled, and I will select for the 16 character LCD in a row. There will be 16 character LCD. Okay, fine. Then now here you can see LCD module to the AVR where we will connect. Okay, fine. Now there is an RS pin, RW pin, and enable pin. Now in our coding part there is an RS pin, RD pin, and enable pin. Now here where we want to connect, so there we have to code. I will connect those pins to the C port. and here we can set the pin number 0, pin number 1, pin number 2, and the D4, D5, D6, D7, the high preference order pin. I will all those pins are connect to the C port. Here you can see I use the 0th pin, first pin, second pin, and I left the third pin. There is not any specific reason, but just it a default code, and I use the same. You can select the third pin and fourth pin, sixth pin, seventh pin, uh, as also. But here I left the third pin, and I use the C port. Then I click on the program, generate, save, and exit. Then yeah, I will give the name of the code LCD. Sorry. Here I give the program and name of the program, and now the predefined codes, pre-generated codes are there. So there is an library, you can see that alcd.h, which controls the LCD, and all those registers are pre-generated, so there is no use of those registers. The header file of okay, fine, I want to talk about the benefit of the code version AVR. As we have set the registers of the LCD, so there is an header file of the LCD, so it generates automatically. If we are going to use the say AVI Studio, then we have to create our own header file. So uh, if you are for a robotics programmer, then there is no need for studying all those things. You just go and start working with the CV-AVR. But if you are working with the embedded, then you have to go and study about the how to make the header files of uh, LCD. So let's do for the remaining circuit part. As I have told you that according to the code I will create the circuit. It will connect to the C port. Here you can see that this is a C port. I left the third pin as I did in a second setting part. Okay, fine, it's connected. So this is a basic circuiting, and right now if I play the circuit, sorry, there is no any code in Atmega, so there is no any kind of output. So let's go for the code. So for LCD, what are the commands are there? So the basic command to print something on the LCD is an LCD underscore puts. LCD puts detect the string which you enter in an LCD. So just go and enter an string, like I'm going to input my name, Shubham. Yes, no error and no warning. I just go and dump the code in a mat. Select the location of the file and set the frequency. Okay, now I just run the code. Okay, fine. So here you can see I have did a simple code like LCD puts, and it puts an string. So let's talk about some other functions which we can use in our LCD. Then there is another function like LCD underscore clear. LCD clear, the basic use of LCD clear is to clear the entire LCD entire LCD screen, whatever the prints of the LCD. Uh, this command is mostly this command used to remove the old data and puts the new data accordingly. So this is a basic command for LCD clear, and I think in order to start any kind of code you have to just put the LCD clear, so that in the beginning of the code the LCD gets clear. And here after then LCD clear there is another code like LCD go to XY, LCD underscore go to XY. uh, the main use of this function that there is an cursor in your LCD which starts running from first position, second position, third position in the X coordinate and also in a Y coordinate, so that you can set the location of your printing space, that where you want to print. Like I want to print my cursor on the 5 comma 0. I go on the fifth coordinate of X and the zeroth coordinate of Y. So and now I will print my name. Turn off the circuit and again turn on. Here you can see the Shubham is placed on the fifth position, just because of LCD go to XY and cursor stand at the fifth comma 0 position, and it starts printing the name Shubham. So this is a basic use of an LCD, and by using LCD we can create a very fantastic projects like display of the temperature and loading program, as you see in mobiles, like they're written on the loading and a pointer starts running. And but there is a problem: if you want to print an integer, then you can't, just because LCD puts command is used only for the string, and you can't print any kind of integer. So in order to print any integer or any variable integer which changes its value, so in order to print any integer or float, you need to convert it in a string. So in order to convert it in the string, you have to use the command Outway. As if you are familiar with the C programming, then you know about it. Outway is used to convert your integer in a alphanumeric, in a string. So in the beginning of the program I have to declare those things. So there, int age is equal to 19, and I will declare an character string s. So here we go. I will print my age there. So here I will convert that integer in alphanumeric by using the I2A, and now we will print that string there. First of all I will print my an statement, then I will print my age. So fine, okay, fine, there is an error, undefined symbol I2A. Then I2A is a for I2A we have to use an its header file, whose header file is has include stdlib standard library.h. So for I2A I have to use its header file. Standard library.h. Yeah, fine. There is no errors and no warning. Yes, you can see age is equal to 19. Here we have put an integer on the alphanumeric LCD like by converting it into a string. So this is an basic tutorial for LCD. Just go and work on the some other projects like displaying of your name, running and printing, and timer and displaying the time by using a delay function. So thanks for watching this video, and we will come with some other exciting projects and other exciting topics like timer and interrupt in the upcoming episodes. Thank you.